I found my birth mother after 30 years of searching. She was living just 3 blocks away from me growing up. I always knew I was adopted. My parents were wonderfully open about it, telling me they'd chosen me specially, that I was their miracle. But as much as I loved them, there was always this hollow space inside me, paired questions about where I came from, who I looked like, why I was given up. My adoption records were sealed, burnt. A closed adoption in 1985 meant my birth mother was promised complete anonymity. When I turned 18, I registered with every adoption reunion registry I could find. Nothing. In my 20s, I hired a private investigator who hit dead end after dead end. By 30, I'd almost given up. Then last year, DNA testing sites became popular. On a whim, I ordered a kit, spit in the tube, and sent it off, not expecting much. 6 weeks later, I got an email notification. PLOS relative match found. It was my birth mother's sister Pern, my biological aunt. After a cautious exchange of messages, she agreed to connect me with my birth mother, Elizabeth. She warned me that Elizabeth had never told anyone about me, not even her husband of 25 years or her 2 younger children. My existence was her deepest secret. Elizabeth and I agreed to meet at a coffee shop halfway between our homes. As I drove there, following my GPS, I realized with growing disbelief that I was heading toward my own neighborhood. The coffee shop she'd suggested was the one I stopped at most mornings before work. When I arrived, I spotted her immediately. She had my eyes, my hands, the same way of tucking hair behind her ear that I'd done all my life without knowing I'd inherited it from someone. She was clutching her coffee cup so tightly her knuckles were white. "I've seen you before," were her first words to me many times. It turned out Elizabeth lived 3 blocks from the house I'd bought 5 years ago. We'd been shopping at the same grocery store, probably passing each other in the aisles. Her regular walking route took her right past my front yard, where I often gardened on weekends. She'd recognized me the first time she walked by Turt. She said it was like seeing her own reflection from 30 years ago. For nearly 5 years, she'd been secretly watching me live my life from a distance, too terrified to approach me. Convinced I'd hate her for giving me up, the story spilled out between sobs. She'd been just 16 when she got pregnant. Her Catholic parents had sent her away to a maternity home to hide the shame. She'd held me for 20 minutes before the nurses took me away. They told her forgetting was the best thing for both of us. She never did. After that first meeting, we began the delicate process of getting to know each other. We discovered bizarre coincidences. We'd both majored in English literature. Both loved murder mysteries. Both were allergic to strawberries, but ate them anyway. She'd even attended my college graduation ceremony after seeing my name in the local paper, sitting in the back, watching me accept my diploma from afar. 6 months into our reunion, I finally asked the question that had haunted me all my life. Why didn't you keep me? She showed me a letter she'd written to me on my first birthday, never expecting I'd read it. It explained how her parents had given her no choice, how she'd been a child herself, how she'd thought about me every single day since. "I've bought you a birthday gift every year," she confessed. "I have a closet full of them at home. I never knew how to find you to give them to you last week." Elizabeth finally told her husband and children about me, her daughter Parent. My half-sister Parrot had apparently suspected something for years, noticing how their mother would sometimes stare at young women my age in public places. Her husband was shocked but supportive yesterday. On my 36th birthday, I received 36 gifts, Pert one for each year. She missed how any of them was like watching my life unfold through a parallel universe. Baby booties she'd knitted while pregnant, a children's book she'd hoped to read to me, a prom dress she'd imagined me wearing, college graduation gifts, wedding items for a ceremony she hadn't known had already happened. The final gift was a key to her house. "You've always had a place in my home," she said, "even when you didn't know it existed. I've spent my whole life searching for my origin story, never imagining it was unfolding just 3 blocks away. The hollow space inside me isn't gone. Hared, I don't think it ever will be completely Parent, but it's filling with something new. The understanding that I was never forgotten, never unloved, just painfully missed by someone who was almost close enough to touch."